And welcome to Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. I'm Steve Swatt with the Sacramento Report. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about efforts at the state capitol to bring back affirmative action in public education. My guest in this segment is Steven Bradford, a member of the State Assembly from Gardena. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So as you know, 1996, California voters said no to affirmative action in education. It was Proposition 209. Yes. One of your colleagues in the Senate has tried to come up with a constitutional amendment that would authorize a revote.
Yes.
Do you think Californians would revote now?
Yes, I think the time is right. I think if you had to revisit this issue, there was a lot of misinformation about what affirmative action really was. Let's say what it wasn't. It was never a quota system. It was never about hiring folks or meeting folks at college that weren't qualified. All it did was say of the most qualified individuals who are eligible for the CS system and UC system, that race could be considered. This is all this amendment would do, is to consider race in the admissions process.
There seems to be some confusion since 1996 as to, I guess, the demographics of the student body. Although, you know, your critics would say that actually the number of minorities going to UC and CSU has been going up.
No, far from the truth. If you look at those that have been admitted, you could say that number is true, but those who are actually registering, the numbers are going down. And the university are using those who they sent an admissions letter to versus those who actually register at the college. And we found that that data states that African American enrollment is down, as it clearly was demonstrated at UCLA, both in undergrad and law school.
So the registration is down, but the admissions are not?
See, it's all depends on how you look at it. They will send you an admission, say you're admitted to UCLA.
Right.
You might have an admissions letter or acceptance letter from 5 other colleges. You don't go to UCLA,
right.
They still count you as one who has been admitted to UCLA or whatever the college is that you were.
But doesn't that still show that the present system is working?
Not necessarily. It's misleading. And like I say, the enrollment is what the real, registration is the real number, and those numbers have gone down dramatically since the passage of 209. It's no debating that.
But that's by the choice of the student.
No, it's about the opportunity as well. Again, fewer folks are being viewed as eligible. And again, under affirmative action, they never ever considered race in and of itself. It was never a quota system as to how many
That's
folks.
unconstitutional anyway.
Exactly. All it said is that if you're CSU or UC eligible, we can consider race as we look at our engineering department, our math department, to make sure we had diversity in those departments.
The constitutional amendment, as we speak right now, has been sent to, quote, further study, which is like pouring the first shovel full of dirt into the grave. And there's been a huge backlash among Asian Americans, Californians, because they've been overrepresented, perhaps.
Yeah.
Does that surprise you?
I'm disappointed in their argument. I mean, you can go to any institution of higher learning and there's no lack of Asian Americans who are in those classes, be it the science department or wherever they choose to attend. Their numbers are through the roof. So they feel this will impact them, and,
right.
and I think that's a false argument.
So do you think this legislation can be revived?
Yes, it will be. And we're working through the Legislative Black Caucus. We're very much committed to this to make sure that the opportunity presents itself in this legislative year.
All right. Well, we're out of time for this segment, but it's a fascinating subject. Thank you very much, Assemblyman, for coming by and talking about it. And we're certainly going to watch the progress of SCA 5 in the months ahead.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Thanks to our viewers also for watching Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. A reminder, you can see this and other interviews on YouTube, also on My Government On Demand. I'm Steve Swatt. Have a great day.